Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Dean Talk. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about intervention in conflicts and talking a little bit about justice as well. But before we do that, my name is Omar Yusuf.
This is Fajr Delane, your girl. You already know. Yes.
And so let's start talking about our topic. We've been, in today's world, 2018, we've seen a lot of different issues occur in our community. There's been an increase in violence against Muslims and different minority groups as well.
Yes.
There's a lot of different conflicts going on. There's always something that the president is tweeting or talking about that can be taken controversially. So it's very important then to talk a little bit about how we as Americans, but also as Muslims, considering that this is Deen Talk and we're going to be talking about Muslim youth specifically,
right?
How do we deal with that and react to people that are reacting to us and also different minority groups as well?
Yeah, I think that, that's the main question. I think we're always trying to define and see what's best. And I think as the show continues, we can get some advice of like, what is the best way to react, with what we're doing here, and how do you intervene about different things like that. So I'm really looking forward to our progression,
right, and
trying to see how do you intervene when something goes wrong. Do you say something? Do you not say something? What are some of the risks that are going on?
Right, and going more directly into that, we're going to be talking about, a man that you guys probably remember us talking about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Ali Ibn Miller, who was someone that broke up a street fight that was occurring in Atlanta at the time.
Isn't New Jersey? Well,
New Jersey,
in the United States of America.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, so I think that's another very important story, but we're gonna roll to the video now of the incident occurring to tell, so you guys can remember what was going on at that time.
I got parents, yo. Don't make your parents look like this, yo. Word up. Don't make your parents look like this, yo. It's important, yo. Don't make your mom and dad look like this, yo. Put your head back out, bro. You gonna shake it, bro.
And we're back. So with this little video, I remember I saw this actually this summer. This has it happened a while ago, but it went viral on Twitter. I even retweeted it, not knowing that with this incident, so much has happened. Like, this guy has went on the Steve Harvey show, and the two guys ended up coming that were going to fight became like best friends. Yeah. So like, I just think that it was just so important to see somebody. I didn't even know he was Muslim. Like, the fact that he was Muslim, I was like, mashallah. But like, just a person intervening a fight is just so like incredible. And now like, these people that were going to fight are good friends.
Right. So we're going to continue talking about this after we get back from a segment from our sponsor, Penny Appeal USA.
As you see here, there's a well being built. The locals used to walk miles to get clean, safe water, but now it's getting built right in front of the doorstep, which I think is a great thing. And you can see the women out here, the men out here, they're very happy to have this here. Please donate generously to this fantastic thirst relief project by Penny Appeal. Donate online.
And we're back. So I think this incident has sparked a lot of dialogue and conversation. So right now we're going to be taking a look at a clip of three friends communicating about what this event happened, or an event like this happening with somebody intervening. So take a look.
What is it like? Because I'll give you an example. I was at Burger King a while ago. I'm queuing up, and there was a couple having an argument. A security guard and this Burger King worker at Petronas. I have mentioned too many names. But the point is this: I'm driving to get my burger, and you know what? I realized that it's getting violent. Yeah. And he's grabbing their hands like this, and I'm like going, no one gives a shit. So I got on my car, I'm like, hey bro, do you need help, lady? And then it escalated. And in my mind, I'm like, how do I do this? He broke a glass. You want to hurt me? He cut his hand. I'm like, why are you hurting yourself? What? I'm like, this guy go, okay, dude, Rudy, you go take this guy, you go take him out because he's gonna hurt himself. I was like, do you need help? She said, I don't need help. And then they disperse. And another thought in my mind is, do I video it?
Yeah. How?
No, exactly. So where's the, I mean, if I video it, it's like evidence. You know, my mind goes, hey bro!
No, that's a weird thing.
No, see, so I mean, but in my mind thinking, she needed help. This guy was manhandling her to the point that he broke a ball and cut his own hand. Where was the line? What do you do?
No, by you just standing up. Yes. Okay, by you just standing up, he realized that the girl is not alone. So he backed off and scared you.
Oh, yeah, well, in my mind,
So he ran away.
no, well, yeah, it dispersed, but in my mind, I'm thinking, like, this other situation, what do you do? I mean, as a bystander.
Just say something.
Exactly. I'm glad I did, because everyone was too concerned about their burgers.
Yeah, yeah. You have to say something. You have to say
No,
something.
but
As soon as you say something, then the situation doesn't check because there's someone else
Right,
involved.
you know,
Welcome back. So you guys probably have seen, you know, different interventions and all of this stuff, and this was only one example of this occurring on a broader level. It was an example in a Burger King. And you guys heard what the three men were talking about. What did you think about this video when you first saw it?
I thought it was good. Like, you know, first of all, I love the setting of it being, it's just so like genuine. You're at a dinner table, but it takes these dialogues to, I think, make a better way to intervene. You know, it takes these type of conversations of how this person approached and what this person took as their approach. But the last guy made a really good point of saying that, you know, he did something, you know, doing something is just important, but to what extent? Because sometimes you have a really scary situation, you know, recently, or, you know, like this past couple of time ago, there was this case in Oregon where some of these girls were harassed on the train, and this guy that intervened, he saw the harassment going on, he intervened, and the guy that was harassing them killed them. Like, I think they slit his throat. So it's like, that's kind of a extreme, like, you know, subhanallah, may Allah, you know, reward him for his efforts, you know. But it's just like that risk, you know, are you willing to like give your life for an incident that you don't know, you don't even know that person, but it's just something wrong. So it's like, to what extent, how do we remain safe but also effective when things happen?
I think that's a very important point that you raise. To focus, I think first off, we should talk a little bit about diffusing the situation in general, right? He raised a really important point, and the point was that, you know, the man who got in there and it kind of diffused the whole situation, right?
Yeah.
I think it's important to recognize how effective a person going outside of the bystander effect can be in the first place, and why it matters. Now, of course, you know, it's very unfortunate that things like what happened in Oregon did occur.
Yeah. But it's not every situation. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things we can see, that maybe that situation is like one out of,
you know,
I don't know, a lot of situations. Like, I don't think somebody's going to kill somebody normally, for the most part, every time somebody intervenes, you know. And that's very unfortunate. But probably if you do something, you won't get that big extreme. Just like how we saw in the Steve Harvey, you know, that situation in Atlantic City, where the guy intervened, nobody like threatened him, they just really diffused the problem. So sometimes also people, I think they have the power to override on people because nobody's doing nothing. They're just like letting it happen. But like what the guy explained in that video with the three friends was that, hey, I said something, I did something, that changed the whole scenario, where he was like, man, I'm accountable now, and somebody's looking at me, and I can't just treat this person just how I want to. So I feel like if we get off our phones, not record everything, like, we can really, really make a difference if we just say something, or just be like, I'm here, I see you.
Exactly.
And that might even help the harasser calm down.
Right, definitely. Yeah. And you know, unfortunately, what had happened is that, you know, we used to see the bystander effect occur a lot, right? At schools, whatnot. But you see that there's a lot more of it going. There's almost an affirmation in a sense when you're looking at it on your phone and you're seeing the bystander effect go on, because we think that, you know, justice can occur after the fact. But why let it occur in the first place? Right?
I mean, all these videos, I remember like this girl was sitting on the edge, and then she was at the like aquarium or the zoo or something, and then she, like, an alligator, I don't know what happened, but like she got thrown over the water by like an animal, and somebody recorded it. I mean, it's just like, we're seeing and we're laughing and it's not really funny, but it's just like, man, you should put your phone down and try to pull her up and like not let the animal get her. And I heard somebody even died, like somebody recorded, you know, I don't know, something happening like that's brutal, and it's just like, well, how come nobody really did something? They just watched. There was even another incident with this YouTuber. I think he's a very popular YouTuber. He went to China or Hong Kong or something. And a very controversial thing that I was seeing on Instagram and everywhere, Twitter, was that he always tries to make like funny things, but then he recorded a dead body. And that's what, like, everybody was just like, you're funny and everything, but that's just wrong. You don't know whose body that is, and you don't know what happened. I don't know if he was playing with the body, but it's just like, for what, more likes and stuff? But like, that got a really bad flashback. You know, it's just
people
like, why are you
doing
doing
speaking
that?
out, right? Like you mentioned, but is it in the right way? And again, like technology in general. I wanted to bring up another story. So I recently read like a short story about. And this is a pretty old fictional story that came up, but it was about how a father who wants to American Funny Videos. He wants to record his son and put on American Funny Videos, and he makes a lot of good friends. But his son is going through a really hard time in school, and he thinks that, you know, these videos will calm him down, but it doesn't. So I mean, we've gotten so inclined to do. This isn't about technology; it's about intervention, but technology has kind of put a block on intervention. We've seen a lot of people, you know, taking up their cell phones because it's easier to record something and be like, okay, I'm speaking for justice because I'm recording this, than for us to be like, okay, I'm going to jump in and defuse a situation.
Right. And I think this case where the real guy in Atlantic City, he did it. I don't even know if he knew somebody was recording. This is when technology becomes a good way, because everybody got to see the experience, and like, hey, fighting is not a good thing. But in this case, since like everybody saw the problem, like he went on the Steve Harvey show, they came on there, the guys got like $5,000, went to like the mentoring program, and also the guy who intervened, like he was recognized by like his whole town. So I don't know, he was like at a town meeting or like the mayor, something happened where he was recognized on a community level for just intervening. So we're not always going to get praised for doing something good, but at least you can walk home and say, hey, you know, I think I intervene in something that was going to turn out bad, you know. And you think about why you're existing. You have a voice, and your voice is important. What was the saying of saying that if you see something bad, speak up? If you can't
speak up, then, you know, at least speak out about it.
Speak out. If you can't something,
pray about it or think about it in your heart. That was a hadith.
If anything, hate it in your heart, or, you know. So it's like sometimes you just hate it, you can't say nothing, but if you can say something, that's the best thing to do. And hopefully it won't be an unfortunate situation where somebody's going to kill you. But most times people would actually respect that you're stepping in and look at themselves and like, what am I doing to this person that's hurting them, and making this person step in for them.
And it's also about addressing, you know, we still have to address the Oregon situation and talking about, yes, you need to speak out, but people are going to ask to what extent. I think moving forward, what we really need to do is educate people about this, right?
Yeah.
Talk more about how to diffuse situations, not just that we should diffuse situations.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to, hopefully we have some people on the show that will give us some tips about how do you diffuse a problem, and you guys will be able to take it back home to say, like, if you see something bad or somebody being harassed, how could you help that person in need at that given time? So we're all looking to grow and learn, and I don't think it's a perfect answer, but through this dialogue just like this could help bring solutions to this issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna be right back after another paid advertisement, but remember to use the hashtag Dean Talk when we get back.
Hashtag Dean Talk.
Thank you.
Oh man. Lord, that was a long cut.